here for Sound on Sound at the Winter NAMM Show 2014 on the Moog booth with Amos, who's going to show us the Sub 37, a 37-note version, not quite, of the Sub Fatty. Amos.
That's right. Hi. This is the latest synthesizer from Moog, and it is based on the very successful Sub Fatty synthesizer that we introduced last year. But we've added enough options and innovations, new features, that this is really an instrument all of its own. I'll show you some of the new things that we've done. So, to begin with, on the left side of the panel, there's a programming section with an LCD that will allow preset names, MIDI setup, and advanced configuration very easily direct from the instrument panel. There is an arpeggiator directly on board, fully featured with up, down, order, and random modes, and additionally, this is a step sequencer on board. There will be multiple modes of step sequencing, both SH style, where you can enter notes directly from the keyboard and then play them back immediately, and also more of an XOX style, where you can use these 16 quick access preset buttons as step editing buttons for the step sequencer. There's also rest and tie, so you can really create some nice, complex sequences direct from the instrument panel. The arpeggiator can, of course, synchronize to external clock from your computer or production workstation that you're using. And that brings us to the two fully featured modulation buses. We have two independent LFOs, which can also synchronize to clock, and additional programmable modulation sources, such as the envelopes. We've really added a lot of flexibility and a lot of depth here, because in each mod bus, you can simultaneously modulate the pitch of either of the oscillators or both, the filter, and I should say, an additional programmable destination. And all of the modulation amounts are bipolar, positive or negative going. So truly, if you can think of a way that you want to move the sound, there's a way to get the sound moving in that direction. And sonic motion and sonic life and vitality is really what we aim to deliver with this instrument. Additionally, in the mod buses, you have a lot of control options. You have aftertouch as a mod source, mod wheel, of course, velocity, MIDI breath control is going to be an option. And there are also, of course, control voltage inputs so that you can bring the analog and the digital into the control of the instrument. Moving on to the oscillator section, there are also some additional new features here. There's the hard sync that's known from all of our instruments, and keyboard reset, which is a very nice feature. The oscillators are normally free running, which is part of what gives analog its constantly moving, living sound. Yeah. However, a lot of times in modern dance music especially, you really want a consistent, punchy attack. You want the same energy on every note, and keyboard reset allows you to do that with these analog oscillators. You can reset the phase to 0 with every note. Really gives you a crisp and punchy sound. The other new feature here in the oscillator section, we were talking about this earlier, is duo mode. And duo mode references we're calling this a paraphonic analog synthesizer, because despite it being a single synthesizer voice with a single filter and amplifier, you can, in duo mode, control the pitch of each oscillator independently. You can play two notes at once on the keyboard. So that's a lot of harmony from a monosynth, and you can just add a lot of new playing techniques to it. Moving to the mixer section, if I may, there are additional new features here. We have quick on and off toggle buttons for each sound source, so you can dial in a precise sound level and then bring it in and out of the mix exactly as you like. Well, no need to really demonstrate. I guess I can. Here we are. Not that you would necessarily want to do that, but point being, you can. It's very easy. And there's also a feedback control in the mixer section. This is, for people who are familiar with the Mini Moog Model D, it's a classic trick is to take the output of the mixer and run it back into the external input and overdrive the mixer before the filter section. You can do that here built in directly to the panel. Do you want to give us a quick demo of that then? Sure, absolutely. So we'll start with a very simple sound, such as we had before, and now I'll bring in the feedback. Let's see. Oh, hang on, I've still got some noise in there. Ah, that's much nicer.
That's pretty filthy. It is. It is just beastly and organic, and it can get unstable and crackly and wobbly in these really alive sounding ways. And it's worth pointing out that that's in series prior to the filter, so you can dial in just as much filth as you like and then fine tune it and shape it
with the filter section, which another innovation on this instrument is bringing the filter pole selection, the filter slope, directly to the front panel, which is, I'll demonstrate that very quickly. You've got the classic Moog 4-pole filter sound. I'll actually reduce the feedback a little bit. All right, and then you can very quickly go from a 4. So the difference between 4-pole and, which is 24 dB per octave, and 1-pole, 60 dB per octave, is really quite intense. Yeah, so it's just intense and immense is how I would describe the sound. And
sure.
Yeah, rounding out the panel here, we've also tricked out the envelope generators into an almost modular synthesis style. We have very ready access on the front panel. There are these 5 illuminated push buttons per envelope, which allow you to control the triggering, multi-trigger or single trigger mode, envelope reset, so you can set the attack to reset from 0 or start at the previous envelope level. There's clock synchronization for the envelopes, which is useful because they can loop and latch on as additional modulation sources. And so, essentially, you have 2 additional LFOs with a complex shape that you control with your standard envelope attack, decay, and release times. So I'll just... So that was me using the filter envelope as a looping LFO sort of sound. Let's see. Not sure where that was going, but into interesting territory, without a doubt. So, yeah, so 2 fully featured envelope generators with looping and latch, in addition to 2 LFOs, all of which can be synchronized to the rhythm of your project. That means that this is really going to be just an intense modulation machine, full of sonic possibility, full of character, full of grit.
So also, just going back to the start,
Sure.
Can you demonstrate any of the arpeggiator or the step sequencer?
Absolutely, yes. Let me just dial that in right quickly. We'll quickly go into the step record mode, and that should allow me to... All right, well that's not exactly what I had intended to do,
That is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. You can get lost endlessly. It's just so much fun.
So how much is this going to cost then, and when's it going to be shipping?
All right, well, it'll be $1,500 USD. Not sure of the UK price just yet, but it will be shipping in May.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Amos.
My pleasure. Thank you. And thank you for watching.